Since we last left our heroes, we were embarking on an epic Dungeons & Dragons quest, and we want you to know about it. Also, we're going to talk about E3. Joining me today is Joe.
Hello, I'm the DM.
Ben.
It's me, Vin Diesel.
And Tim.
Hello. I was a halfling fella.
I was a rogue, and you're listening to Pod Players Podcast. I think that might be our worst intro yet.
That was a great intro.
Well, it starts from the bottom and you go to the top. Yeah, but what's the plan? What's the fucking plan?
What's the fucking plan, man?
So last time we did a little poddy boy, we talked about doing a little D&D session because our resident Ben said that he had played it once and had a bad time. And we put it to the test to see if it was the people who hosted it or if he just didn't like D&D. So, a couple of days ago, we played a little game of D&D. And what did you think about it, Ben?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I don't know if it's the game for me, but I had a lot of fun playing it. I think I said to you guys, but like one of the big things was the fact that combat was a bit more straightforward, because before it was just kind of like, I was like, right, where am I? And he was like, okay, he's kind of in front of you, but not really. And I was like, right, so can I hit him then? He was like, yeah, I guess.
Did you have the grid like we did?
No, none of that. So like, there was nothing to visualize it at all.
Oh, wait, you're doing combat like just through word of mouth?
Mind
Yeah.
palace.
It was like, he's just
all right,
there.
yeah, okay. I was gonna say, when Luke said, was it the DM's fault? I was gonna no, it might not necessarily have been that. I am now convinced it was the DM's fault. That's just, you can't do combat like that.
It was just over video chat, so it was literally like, there's an ogre in front of you. What do you do? I was like,
Oh my god.
It sounds
Narrated
like
D&D.
Have you ever played the Skyrim Alexa? That's what it sounds like.
Yeah. It's a bit like that.
What do you do? Oh, I hit it with a sword. Oh, well done, you did it.
It was a bit like you know text-based adventure games from like the 80s.
Yeah.
It's literally just you open the door. There's an ogre. What do you do? And you're like,
Because when we play in person, we have the big playmat and the little miniatures and stuff.
Yeah. That's this thing, right? Because I always wondered what that was for. No, I mean, now I know.
Yeah.
But I had a really fun time with it. I'll definitely play again.
It's quite good in person.
Yeah.
Because we could just like hang out as well. So Joe ran the campaign. Do you want to give us some insight on what that was like, Joe?
You did a good job.
Yeah. So we all gave a bit of a stab at DMing when we played, because originally you were with our big group that we used to play with. You were the DM for most of it, Luke. Probably the longest running DM we had. Then we all wanted to kind of we all wanted to have a go at given. Why can't I stay the sentence? I'm really struggling.
Just DM. You were DM.
We all wanted to DM. We all wanted to have a go at being the DM. There we go. And
catch the lifer off, Joe.
I don't know if I was particularly the best, but I think I was maybe the most eager to DM a whole big campaign. So I was like, at the time I was working at Carphone, and I just wasn't busy at all. So I was literally on the till, writing up D&D stories and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is sick. So I just had so much time to prepare. But since then, I haven't, especially with my job at the moment, I can't just not do my work and do D&D stuff, right? So this is my first time running a pre-written campaign. And that was weird. I don't know if I sort of got along with it, but then there was also stuff like...
I think there were definitely times where I could tell, like, I could tell that because it was pre-written, you were like, okay, they need to do this. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, they need to go this way.
Yeah.
So I could tell, like, I think one of them was because we ended up getting to this cottage because we had to find this witch, didn't we?
Yeah.
And then I think at one point, who was it? Who was it that was like, I don't know if this is the cottage. I remember you like...
That's Taz.
Like, that was it. It was Taz, yeah. And you were like, really? No, Are you sure you're not supposed? Are you sure you're not where you're supposed to be? Are you sure?
Yeah.
In the end, you said this. All of you know this is 100% the cottage.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what to do because, like, and I don't really, I don't want to slag off Taz on the podcast, but like, I don't really know how to convince Taz that she was in the right place.
I mean,
Because
it was all part of the
we would have
character.
figured it out. We had to go in the cottage anyway, so I think that we would have.
I do, because the one shot that I was reading from, it also didn't really explain how you got to the witch's cottage or what happened afterwards, or even really why you were there. So it was like, how do I get these characters here, and like, how do I make them, want to be there? So little reward. So I think, and the other bit I struggled with was
DMing's hard.
yeah. So, and I think the stuff I had the most fun with was at the beginning all the characters got into a tavern, and that was that was a good chance for you guys just to be like, this is my character and this is how he interacts with people, because I know you and Ben and Tim got some good banter going between the two of them, bit of
some good hooks.
yeah, and that's the stuff that is probably the most fun for me anyway to sort of see.
That was the most fun part of the campaign, I think, for me. Just because it felt like, there's a lot to do here.
Yeah.
Like you could just take it where the conversation ends up going, and like when we got in there, Joe, you'd like, okay, there's the barkeep over here. You've just come in. You're all new to this town or what have you. In the corner, there's a halfling or something who was trying to play
a dwarf and
an instrument.
A gnome.
Yeah. So one of them was trying to play an instrument and was like really bad at it, and then the other one was like, just keep trying, and then like that gave them two a little bit of character as well. But I like that we didn't go and interact with them straight away. Like we all sort of went over to the barkeep, sort of met each other initially, eyed each other up, and then like I think was it me who was like, will you keep down that infernal racket?
Yeah.
And then we just went on from there. Yeah, that was really fun. I love that bit. Sorry, carry on.
The one shot was very linear. It was sort of like you go into this room, because even there was a bit where you found a secret passage. It led to the same room, and I was like, oh, you found a secret room. Where's it go? To the
on the map, because like there was on the map there was a square, and then we got there after we'd already beaten like the big monster in that cave, and then we went, why is there a square here? And I think you went, I think that's where you're supposed to come down the trapdoor.
Because the way it was written on the PDF that I was reading off, it said, this might have been a bit confusing to people who haven't played D&D before or DM before, but like, so the guys were in, they had seen this trapdoor, and you had killed some rats, you had looted some bodies and stuff like that, and there's another thing that happened that I want to talk about. And then you open a trapdoor, and then that's sort of, on the PDF it said, like, trapdoor room, there's some rats in here, blah, blah, blah. And then it said the next room under that was the spider room, which is where you guys fought a big spider.
Ah, yeah.
So that's why I assumed the trapdoor led to the spider room.
Yeah.
It didn't. It led to like the middle, and it was. I kind of fucked it up, but that's why.
Me and Tim said we think it was better that you went straight into the spider room.
You guys got a
dropped
chance
down.
to
You were
sort
like,
of, you guys got a chance to sort of plan some stuff out as well. So that was fun.
Yeah.
The one bit that did annoy, and it's probably because we were talking about this, is that D&D has a lot of reliance on rolls and stuff, and I think because we haven't played D&D in a while, I was a bit excited just to make people roll stuff. Because there was a few times where like Tim was trying to steal stuff, but would roll badly, and then he wouldn't get away with it, which doesn't really make sense for his character.
Yeah,
it's not like his character would just turn into an idiot suddenly. So I think in future it's like, as well, because Tim, you were like role playing the character well as well, like and Luke as well, because you're both thieves. Like Luke distracted a guy and then pickpocketed him, and you sort of
drunk fella. Yeah.
You found some gold and said, "Wow, 50 gold." And I made you both roll for that. Maybe in future I probably just wouldn't do that because you just role played it.
Well, maybe giving advantage on stuff like 50 gold. That's like an extra.
Especially when it's like a good role playing thing, because I think that's what like inspiration and all that's for.
Yeah. Because it'd be different if you just said like, "I'm gonna try and steal the money," and then you roll for it, and then I'd be a bit more like, "Okay, well, you can't."
I think that was one of the problems when we played with my other group was the DM. There was a point where he didn't really have much to add to the campaign.
Right.
So like, because he started the campaign off, and then at one point we'd come on and be like, yeah, I haven't really got anything done for this week, so I've just taken this bit from this campaign. But then I feel like he wouldn't cater it to his own style. So then it was like all of a sudden it was like a really simple journey, and it was quite fun actually. And then all of a sudden it was like, you're in the kingdom of Molehill, and Bardi the Bard has asked you to get the golden sword from the witch, and you're like, where the fuck did this come from?
That's
so
what a lot of like these pre-written things are like. They're like, you can insert this into your campaign anywhere. You're like, oh, good, and it starts off with like, like an evil wizard has taken over the land. I'm like, hang on, no, what? Did he?
Yeah,
I remember that happening.
The thing is, he set up the world quite well, because it was like mountains. He was like, right, you're in the town of so and so. And he was like, the mountains are over here, blah 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 blah. And he was like, set it up really well. Then all of a sudden, he was like, right, you've gone to a jungle and you've got to find the golden mistletoe. And you're like, what? Okay.
There's a cool thing that I've got that's what is it? It's little cards that you can assign to people. So if you're in a town and you've got this character that they approach and you have nothing for them, you look at a card and it's random and they can talk about something, and normally it's a plot hook. So you can say, my dog's missing, or something boring like that. Or it would be something like, oh, have you heard about the rumor of blah blah blah? And you can go through these cards and just find one. And so you can lay out all these plot hooks, and then the players can decide which one. And then from there, you can make it up as you go along, or make the journey so long that it would have to be next session. Then you can work it out there. I think that's the magic of DMing is taking something and then just like adding to it. Like how Joe, with the people in the tavern at the start, the guy playing the instrument, was that you, or was that part of the
that was me. That was me.
Yeah, so that's like a fun little extra that's like in the background, and then it's like something we interact with.
The world definitely would have felt less alive if it wasn't for little moments like that.
Yeah. We kept saying, because there was a man that we had to save in the cottage, and then afterwards we were like, was he the witch? Joe, tell us, was he the witch? Joe was like, no, he's just gone home.
That was
but it was at the end of the campaign, wasn't it? So it wasn't like, oh yeah, there's a next chapter to it.
I'll tell you guys this now, because I don't think I'm gonna be honest with you. This is a slightly metagaming, but whatever. So to explain to the guys, there was this evil gnome outside this witch's cottage, who, as soon as you guys interacted with, just like attacked you guys, and you kind of kept her alive for ages, which is fine. But I was like, wonder what happened if I just put a guy down here, like a good guy. And I was just like, I'll just let this guy be here, just see like. So I was curious to see, because I was like, would they
wanted to kill a gnome for the record.
I don't know. I just wanted to see I guess it was kind of a gauge thing, like especially with because I know there was a bit of like ambiguity with like, well, I'm a good character, so I don't want to kill this person. Yeah. So, okay, well now someone needs to be saved. Are you going to take the plunge and save the guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then Luke ended up doing it.
when it was supposed to be me.
Well, no, it wasn't even supposed to be you. It was I don't want to.
Oh no! I just like the animals.
It wasn't any of you guys.
I really liked the animals. That was it.
That was a little trick. But
then at the
test.
end, we saved the guy, and then we managed to get him to safety after we had slain the witch, which was the goal. I think we mentioned that.
Yeah.
And then as a good DM, we leave the guy. We let the guy go on the carriage, and he goes off to his place. And then Joe says that the guy looks at me and winks at me. And I'm like, what's happened? And now I'm thinking, wait, because the witch had a point in the battle where she disappeared for a little bit. Like she went through a door. I saw her go through the door. I think I was the only one who saw her. But then there was a gap of space that I didn't see her. So I knew that she'd gone through that door, but I didn't see her for a little bit. So I thought, oh, maybe she's transferred her body into him. So he winked at me. And I was like, oh no. And we let him get away.
That'd be genius. That'd be a very smart idea.
The thing is, though, like if we play again,
Sorry.
like with the campaign growing and growing, I think you can like do things like that. Like you'll say a little thing like off the cuff, like, "Oh," and gives Luke a little wink, and then like later on, it's like, "He winked at you because he hates you."
I will say, I've written a bit for. We're playing again on this Friday. So in only a few days, and I've got another pre-written one shot, but it's a lot more. It's a bit longer and it's a lot more in depth. It's like almost too much in depth.
Yeah, a few more roads to go down.
But there's a lot of fun. I think it'll be fun. There's a lot of fun stuff in it. But I also spent a bit of time like having some little funky stuff going on. Because that time I was like, I think I said to you guys, I just felt a bit unprepared. And maybe to an extent
it was only like a test thing, I suppose. Yeah, I wasn't prepared, so.
But I think maybe.
Sorry, Joe, carry on.
Well, maybe Friday will be what sort of makes or breaks it for us, sort of thing. I feel like what was it? Sunday was like testing the waters a bit. Like, oh, are we gonna enjoy it? Is it all gonna go horribly wrong? And then Friday will be like, that's like the big start, I guess.
I feel like even bad D&D is fun, but
Sunday was like quite a long session, and that was it didn't feel that long. So
I prefer longer sessions, to be honest, but
I think you need to get anything done.
If it's short, you pretty much get stuck into it, and by the end, you're not. It takes so long to actually get started. Probably a quarter of the time is just preparation or waiting for something or just something that isn't the game itself.
It's better to have an unknown finishing time, because then you can end at a point which is feels good and not like we have to go now. Yeah,
you have to hurry it along. I mean, we were playing for 6 hours, I think, and if you think about it, all we really did was leave the tavern, defeat a witch, explore a cottage, and then went
There's
back.
also a lot of like, because I know I'm not the best at D&D, like knowing all the ins and outs and stuff, but there's a lot of like, oh, this guy, I think you used a spell called Thunder Wave. I'm like, what the fuck is Thunder Wave? What do we do? But like, as you play more, you use Thunder Wave. I've already clocked what it is. We roll it, and it naturally ends up going faster.
It's a good thing we have Guy for stuff like that, though.
Yeah,
like one of the fellas we play with.
Guy's our resident D&D expert. He knows pretty much most stuff of the game. I think he's played it quite a lot.
I think you said Thunder Wave. I'm trying to find it, and he was like 2d6, Joe, 2d6.
Yeah.
The guy speaks nothing like that, by the way.
Yeah, he's very relaxed kind of guy, which is fun because you don't want someone to be like.
Actually, that's 2d6 as opposed to 1d8. You better fix that now.
With the H.
Maybe this is a fun thing. I feel like I've dominated a bit. We're talking about DM stuff. What sort of characters were you guys playing as in this wonderful?
Well,
you want to go first, Luke?
Yeah, I played as a rogue half elf that was had a little bit of backstory about what was he, an outlander, and then he went in a big tree. What's it called? Like a big tree village, and then it got burnt down by a king, and then he was like didn't like the government because of that, and so he turned to crime. And I don't know if he should be. I think he was chaotic good. I was like debating on whether he shouldn't be good because he doesn't like authority. But I guess chaotic is kind of like the not like.
Yeah, it's like Robin Hood, isn't it? A bit like.
Yeah, but then in the campaign, I did just steal from some random bloke. So I don't
did
know if
feel a
that's
bit
good.
more chaotic neutral.
Especially neutral, I think probably is the one.
Yeah.
I think you just wanted to flex your thieving skills.
I did want to flex.
Because honestly, because I was like, right, we're all gonna go to bed now, and Luke went, I'm just gonna go outside the tavern for a minute.
Yeah, and then I managed to steal some money off this guy, and then I also got a note, and I was like, oh, a note, this could lead us to many opportunities. And I got Tim to read it because he knew the language. And it was like, oh, this is a shopping list. And I was like, oh, okay.
I mean, it makes sense. That's what it would be. Just a piece of paper.
It does make a lot of sense.
It was just some random drunken bloke.
Should I reveal the curtain on that or not?
No, I mean, unless it's going to come back.
No,
you can reveal the curtain if you want.
It was this table that's really in-depth sort of thing. So like you roll a few dice for it. So it's like I don't know if you know this, Ben, because I don't know if you play behind the screen, but there's stuff where you roll a D100 or a D20, and if it's 19, it will say like, oh, you pickpocket a key. But if you roll a 20, it's like you pickpocket 2 gold.
His leg.
Like yeah. Like so, it's got loads of options. This one was like super in depth, and you got like probably one of the most boring ones. And I was like,
right.
In a way, it's fun that it was. Something remember.
The setup and the
Yeah.
outcome was quite funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was quite good.
I didn't think it would be anything, but yeah, shopping list.
It was quite good that because my character was also we're doing level 3, so I've got 2 levels in monk and 1 in rogue, so I'm very lightly rogue. So I was the one to sort of clock Luke's thieving a bit, and we could talk to each other, and the thieves can't be like, I know you're a bit. You got there's something with you.
You guys were up the tree kissing.
We ran up trees
That's right.
at the exact same rate. We did a little race and came up at the exact same time.
It was really funny because like I felt like my character took like when we got there, took charge of it. I was like, right, get on that fucking tree, and then I was like, right, there's the cottage, let's go find it. And then as soon as I saw the dead deer, like I just spiraled, I think, and then everyone else took charge.
I don't know where the like. I think when we just got to, we made Ben's character on the day, like so we're all there for the process for him.
Yeah, it was like an hour beforehand.
And you saw the skill for animal handling. It's like, yeah, I'm picking that. And then you saw the spells like speak to animals. Like, yeah, I'm grabbing that. You know, even like you're not a ranger or a druid or anything. You just love animals.
Let me tell you my favourite bit about Ben's character creation. So, I think we had just started making the character, and it was me, Tim, and Ben, and Nicole. I think eventually Luke and Guy joined a bit later. And I think I went to the toilet, I went to get a drink. I was like, oh, I'll go get a drink whilst Tim and Ben are sort of finishing up. I came back, and there was just millions of pictures of Vin Diesel everywhere. But how did that come about?
I can't remember. I cannot remember. Honestly, I don't know what it was. I must have had Vin Diesel on the mind. I don't know, know what it was.
You kind of came out with Vin Diesel and then the name Ridiculous, quickly.
Right, okay, so Ridiculous came from, because I've been playing some Lego Harry Potter recently, and for some reason, I was trying to think of the spell, just a spell for a name, and I remember Ridiculous, and then, you know, Draco goes, this class is ridiculous, but I remember Ridiculous, and I was like, ooh, Ridiculous
Chronicles of Ridiculous.
Yeah, and then I just thought, I was like, right, because then you guys were like, right, you need a token, and then for some reason, I just thought about Vin Diesel. So I picked Vin Diesel. But Tim found the fucking amazing picture. I thought you photoshopped it, but it was actually real.
It's Vin Diesel holding a sword, and it looks really cool.
Yeah, I thought it looked like he was in The Witcher or something. I was like, Vin Diesel's in the fucking Witcher. But no, yeah, I'm Vin Diesel apparently.
What class were you? You were
I was a bard, right? Yeah.
a bard, yeah.
I was because I showed that troll. What was his name? What was he again? The dwarf. Yeah, I showed the dwarf up in the tavern, didn't I? I was like, this is how you
with
play
your pan flute.
on my pan flute. Yeah,
Even though
on the banjo.
Even though you're technically a tumbler, apparently.
Yeah, no. This is the thing because I had my pan flute and I was like, oh yeah, I'm showing off with my pan flute, and I was looking at my thing and I was like, oh wait a minute, my special thing is jumping about and shit. It's like, I'm just insane. I can do all sorts.
Because you kind of like when you first made the character, you kind of set a few things, but the real character kind of comes out when you're just trying stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah,
And I would, if you want to like tweak a few bits, but you know, I wouldn't mind sort of thing. Want to be more about playing the plan through or whatever.
yeah. Well, I actually did write a bit of backstory purely because I think it was like because it asked you for a flaw, like what's one of your character's flaws when you make them, and one of my character's flaws was can be unreliable to his friends or something, and so I took that and then made like, and I also had another one where it was like a good trait was you do anything for your old performing troupe or something. So I was like, oh yeah, I was in this old performing troupe, but there was an incident that split us up, and now I'm just trying to find my own way.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna add to that at one point.
Your latest movie got rated low on Rotten Tomatoes.
Well, we did if it's Vin Diesel.
The new Fast and Furious didn't do very well, and now you're stuck doing adventuring.
Tim, what were you?
I spoke a little bit. I was a halfling monk who was a bit of a charlatan. He's a very greedy fella. He got Ben to buy his drinks.
Straight away.
He stole the money out of the witch's apprentice and tried to get away with it.
Yeah.
But I was like, I got a bit caught, but then managed to keep most of it. But we found a pile of gold underneath where some big rats were. It was 60 gold, and I had my character go, wow, 50 gold! That's 10 for all of you! Brilliant!
That's pretty clever, to be fair.
But Taz's character noticed, but she doesn't. She was a nice nice.
Yeah, she
dwarf.
let it slide, didn't she?
Yeah, she didn't. She didn't say anything. In fact, she was even nice to the witch. She was like, "No, don't kill him."
We've got a pretty good selection of people, I think. Like everyone's pretty different. Like, because even though you guys are both do the thieving and what have you, I think Tim's a bit more like social, whereas Luke's character is a bit more like one of the like a rogue.
Yeah,
I guess a rogue. Yeah.
I actually really like how like the different types of like criminal or thief has sort of like come out between our characters.
Yeah.
Because while Luke is probably like more of a traditional like thief and probably takes like pride in the art of sneaking and pickpocketing, my guy's just a scammer. He'll just sell shit for exorbitant prices.
You scammed you didn't scam the bartender, but you claimed to be a Duke from New Yorkington, or
that was it,
or something, and with a large ring, and he fell for it. Hook, line,
did he fall for it, or did I interrupt and just go, "I'll buy his drink"?
He gave me his best, and was going to charge me, and I was trying to haggle it down to half, but that's when you stepped in and bought it.
Yeah, didn't you say that? Oh yeah, I should just get it for free or something? And he was like, "Oh, 2 gold, all I can do, you, my friend," or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Silver.
And I was like, "Okay, mate."
Queen of England could have walked in. He's still 2 silver a pint for that man.
Yeah, he's not patriotic at all.
Also, talk about a little bit about one of the other characters. As our friend Guy's character was quite cool as well. He has this thing where he's a wizard and his setup is fairly normal, but the way he's role playing it is really cool. And that's kind of one of the cool things about D&D is the numbers are pretty hard set, but what you do with those numbers, you can do anything. His thing was basically all of his spells, all of his things are just portals to other dimensions. If he wants to throw a fireball, he opens a portal from the fire dimension and fire comes pouring out. As opposed to just, I push my hand forward and fire shoots out.
I liked how he made his character he didn't really know civilization normalities. Yeah. He didn't really understand what money was. He had money, but he didn't really understand why people valued it so much.
Yeah, and he's also from Discordia or something.
Yeah. Oh, did he? Did I miss that bit? I don't remember him saying that.
It was great. Well, we'll update you next month, I guess.
D&D update.
See if it crashes and burns or continues on.
I hope it does, because it was fun, definitely.
Yeah, it was. It was great. While I got you here, E3 is next week for us. I don't know when this podcast is coming out.
Shit, is it that soon?
It's that soon. It's next week. I think the earliest conference is Wednesday or something, and then the normal ones are on Friday.
Oh, I got the week off. That's sick.
I think it's earlier in the week. So I know Nintendo's is Tuesday. I think Microsoft and Sony. No, Sony isn't doing one, right?
Sony's not doing one. That's correct.
No. Microsoft's doing one on Monday, I think. So it's really weird because they always do it closest to the start of the week.
Yeah, I think actually Nintendo's isn't next Monday. It's the Monday after. So I think it's a couple of weeks away. They always do theirs last.
Wait, what day are we on now?
We're
on Tuesday.
It's on the 15th, so yeah, it's next week.
Oh, it is? Okay. I think that Microsoft might be on the 18th. It doesn't actually matter. But I've got. Here we go. We've got a little game here. I'm going to tell you a publisher / developer, whoever they have a scheduled time in E3, and you got to tell me what is your predictions. What's going to happen to this company? What they're going to announce? What they're going to whatever. Got a big list, so let's go with everyone's favorite, Ubisoft. What do you think is going to happen at Ubisoft?
Assassin's Creed.
I don't know, because they've announced recently that they don't want to make big AAA games per year anymore, one per year anymore, really? Or something like that. They want to move to a free-to-play model.
Well, there's also that, and they also want to move away from the model, because they had a problem. All their Ubisoft main games were selling less and less because they were all the same bloody game.
Yeah, they were, yeah.
Watch Dogs is just Assassin's Creed in the present time. It's all the exact same game of just open world. You go to outposts, you go to towers, and
even their more, I guess, Immortals Phoenix Rising came out, and I got overlooked a bit, I think, but I ended up playing it, and even that felt like It was fun, but it felt like a really by the numbers game, I guess. You could tell like that there was a lot of things like the story and the collectibles and stuff. It all felt half done. Like there wasn't there was some cool concepts, but they never really went all the way with it. So a bit unfortunate, but I don't know with Ubisoft now. I'd love to say a new Rayman game, but I don't see that happening.
I reckon we might be due for another, because Ubisoft does experiment sometimes, like with For Honor. That was pretty out of the blue. I think that we might be due another actual, like, probably multiplayer, probably with this free-to-play model that you mentioned, Ben. But I reckon we're in for something at least quite original from them, rather than, I said Assassin's Creed, and that's probably true. We'll almost certainly get another one, but we might get something new.
Are they the ones who do the Tom Clancy games?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, there's definitely going to be like 5 of them.
They're
Well, I'll tell you what. That's what I've got on my list. I've got Ubisoft won't announce a new Splinter Cell. That's what I wrote down. They hate Splinter Cell now. I don't get it. I've been replaying Splinter Cell recently, and they're good. Make another one.
Well, maybe they will, because Ghost Recon failed. Like
Ghost Recon failed, and it had Sam Fisher in it. Sam Fisher was in the last 2 Ghost Recon games. And no Sam Fisher in his own game. There is a phone game that has Sam Fisher in that looks like arse, that's like turn-based.
Oh, that's what you want out of Splinter Cell. Turn-based gameplay.
Is this an April Fool's joke?
That's right, yeah. What do you think, Joe? Ubisoft.
I want them to come out with a game that's like... Didn't they get done for loads of like sexual harassment stuff this year?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking an announcement about that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, they could announce the fact that, most of the executives are still being protected.
Maybe like a Just Dance sort of thing where they all come out dancing and like saying sorry and stuff.
They could all be wearing a shirt.
a High School Musical song?
No, you know that just to so you say, is it too late now to say sorry? And like,
They do have their singing game, don't they? The dancing game where you use a phone. They always have that on stage, don't they?
Just Dance, yeah.
Just Dance. They could come out doing that, yeah.
Was it the last year's Just Dance? It came out for the Wii?
Yeah,
it was still coming out for the Wii.
I think they recently announced that they had the last one they're going to do on Wii.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah, because they were selling well. The Wii versions were selling well because they'll put them in. Because a lot of places just have Wii. It's like children's hospitals, old people's homes.
There's a lot of people as well who I think I might have told you guys privately, but so someone I knew, girlfriend, thought that the Wii was the last game console to come out ever.
Whoa.
And I was like, what?
The final one.
She was like, yeah, I just thought gaming ended just then. And I was like, well,
what a world we live in.
Got a surprise for you. But if she was still finding stuff like Just Dance 2021, I don't blame her.
As one last thing for Ubisoft, they recently announced that their single-player expansion for Rainbow Six Siege, it was called Quarantine, but they decided to change that quite recently to something else, something not related to COVID.
It was a zombie game mode. It was weird, because it was a zombie game mode for Rainbow Six that they released as a special game mode for Halloween. And then they stopped it after Halloween, was like, oh, people like that. Let's just make a game about that. Which is really a strange way to do it, but oh well. But let's move on. Ubisoft, I don't really care. Unless they bring Splinter Cell, which they won't.
Rayman for me.
Next one is our old buddies, Square Enix.
Oh.
Anybody got anything for this?
They did the Dragon's Quest stream quite recently, so they already got quite a lot of good ones out of the way.
Oh yeah, Dragon Quest.
Didn't they? Square's weird because they had a direct not long ago, but it was heavily focused on their Western properties. I think they announce a new Tomb Raider or something. No. So the Dragon Quest one was like a week ago, but before that, like a couple of weeks ago, or what have you, they had one that was really focused towards Western stuff. And I think there was like a new, I don't know, if it was a new Tomb Raider or what have you, but I'm probably going to see the Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah, I think that's a given.
I wrote Final Fantasy 16. Apparently, there's a rumored Team Ninja making a Final Fantasy game as well. So I put that on the list. Anything from you, Joe?
Square Enix. I'm sorry, I just don't really know. I know Final Fantasy, but that's already getting released, isn't it?
Wait.
Final Fantasy 7.
Kingdom Hearts 4.
Oh, 7, yeah.
Kingdom Hearts 4 could be out, yeah.
They'll announce
need
it
to
now,
make
but it
another one
won't
of
come out
those.
until 2030.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I've also written down, here we go, guys, rumors of a maybe acquisition by Microsoft.
Oh, I heard about that.
What? Buying Square?
Maybe.
Yeah, why
No,
It's all on
I
the
don't.
horizon.
The thing is, I would say they're too big for that, but I mean,
I think that's more than Bethesda.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But then also,
There's no way. There's no way.
They're surely quite Japanese focused, right? Maybe they.
Yeah.
That'll be
maybe-
if they
Xbox doesn't have Japanese.
if they do it, it's specifically for the Japanese market because Microsoft been trying to get into Japan for years and they've always failed consistently. They've been trying to get they've been getting the Dragon Quest games on Game Pass, which is quite good. They've had Final Fantasy, quite a lot of them on there. I don't know what else is on there, but they are getting Square games, quite a few.
Yakuza's all on there now.
Yeah,
But that's
Oh,
kind
it's
of
Sega.
more
That's
to
Sega.
introduce. Oh yeah. Woo? But that's them trying to introduce.
Oh, didn't they,
Well, I don't know. That's more introducing us to Yakuza than to Japanese people because they already know.
Yeah.
With Square, they're doing like a new Octopath game, aren't they? Called like Trifecta or some bollocks like that.
Oh yeah.
It's
When
called
you
like
said
Project
Octopath, I thought-
Triangles.
I thought of the Dragon Quest 3 remake because that's actually in the same style as Octopath. But yeah, that new one,
Project
I don't
Triangle.
know. I reckon
Yeah.
I reckon they might leave Nintendo to show that because I think it's going to be like a timed exclusive, a bit like how Octopath was.
Right.
Mm.
I know. Not to break it a little bit, but we listen to a lot of the Octopath soundtrack for D&D. I want to make a good playlist, and I want to get back. I want to go. I need to restart the game because I got rid of my Switch copy because it was on that monthly subscription service thing. You know where they send you games.
Yeah.
So I sent my copy away, but now it's on Game Pass, which obviously I'm a big fan of. So I'm playing it again, but then also I have to play to the point where I'm at, so I'm a bit like, oh, it's a pain in the ass. But
The music in that game is amazing now.
some sort of instead of releasing a game, they should just release like game soundtracks. I don't even care if the games come out. Just be like,
Yeah.
here's some JRPG as well, some like nipple or something. Here's the soundtrack. And there we go. I'll just listen to that. Now keep me pleased.
Square's weird because like there's a lot of properties I'd like to see from them, but they seem to be keeping everything really separate. Like Tim said, that they had a very specific Dragon Quest stream for all the Dragon Quest news. So I feel like the stuff at E3 is probably just gonna be really Final Fantasy focused.
They might
It
they
is
might do
strange
some
that
more
they
of their Western stuff. They might announce a new Hitman
maybe.
or something.
Maybe.
That is a weird thing about Square Enix with their very different Western stuff compared to their Japanese stuff.
Yeah, it's like a completely different company.
Like Deus Ex and Tomb Raider and used to be Hitman, not anymore. And then like Octopath, which is like
Yeah. It's so strange.
But moving on, EA is not at E3, but they are doing an event like a week later. I don't really care. I put Battlefield 6 down. That's all I put.
Yeah. What
Can
do
I
we
just
EA
say
do?
gun game?
Gun game.
Gun game or sports game?
Oh, they announced
Oh, I see.
Or Star Wars game?
the Mass Effect trilogy is out, and I've been playing that. But they also announced around the same time as that they're doing a new one. Also in Dragon Age 4, we might see that.
Oh yeah, I forgot they're doing that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think they'll do another Star Wars because they don't own the complete video game rights anymore.
They
Lucas has
do.
been given out to other people.
Yeah, well, they can still make Star Wars games, but Ubisoft can now also.
Oh, I see. Wait,
Yeah,
so did Ubisoft make that Dark Souls kind of?
No. That was this is a recent thing.
Oh, that was EA. I don't.
Yeah, that was EA
Oh, yeah,
made
'cause
that.
it was Titanfall people, wasn't it?
Yeah,
forgot.
Ubisoft haven't made a Star Wars game yet, so that might be a thing for Ubisoft, a Star Wars game.
And
Yeah.
that Jedi game was a big deal for EA because it was actually just a normal single player game, which they rarely do anymore.
Yeah.
And
it's
it
weird.
was
They did really well that game as well.
So no one cares about EA.
Well,
other than
you
Dragon
didn't
Age
even
and
get to me. You
Mass
just
Effect.
skipped over
Oh,
me.
sorry.
Pretty
Go.
much,
I'm a Resident EA fan.
Yeah, I just wanted to see Star Wars Battlefront 3 because I said this ages ago. They sort of teased it. Well, they didn't tease it, but the mocap actors for the campaign, which the characters are only in Star Wars Battlefront. It's not like it's fucking Han Solo or something. All of those actors were working on EA for something, and it's like they've either got all of the same actors to do some other role. It might have been something Star Wars related. In fact, yeah, it wasn't EA.
It might have been Battlefield related.
Sorry, I got it wrong. It was Star Wars related. It wasn't EA related. So all of those mocap actors came back for saying Star Wars related. So it's either for some reason they're bringing those characters back to do some Star Wars thing, or it's maybe a Battlefront 3 thing.
Wait, what if it's that weird Star Wars game that Nintendo announced, and it was like there was no gameplay footage. Oh, it was just the logo, and it was like you can be the Star Wars. It was like Star Wars
Hunters
Squadrons
or
something.
Yeah,
Squadrons
I remember that. I think it's a
space
MOBA.
game. Oh.
Is it a MOBA? Okay.
Are they getting the guy who did Kylo Ren's voice back? Because that was quite good.
Oh, the
Twist
but
and
you
fall.
live at my whim.
The man who betrayed Vader.
Mate, that fucking guy. Mate, Kylo Ren is so much fun in that game as well, but you just had to listen to that.
We're moving on. I don't care about EA anymore.
Let me say a Kylo Ren trivia fact for the fans.
Yeah.
In that game, he has 2 different voice actors depending on if he's wearing his helmet or not.
Why don't they just muffle the voice?
Because when he has the helmet on, he goes like twist and fall, and it's all distorted.
Oh, I see.
But when he has the helmet off, it's based on The Last Jedi, where Kylo Ren's or Adam Driver's being a bit more like crazy, I guess. So he's twist and fall, but it's a different man. They got a completely new voice actor just to record that.
But they say the same lines.
Yeah, and that's where all those weird lines come from, because they just got some guy, and it's just some guy. I think he voices like Knuckles or something. Like, we looked him up. It's just, and because I remember when me, Tim, and Guy were playing, I was like, if you ever play as Kylo Ren, make sure you're playing as the unmasked Kylo to get the good voice line.
To get the funny lines, yeah.
Yeah. All right, that's all I want to say.
It's done. We've left
Yay!
it. It's not even at E3. I think Battlefield might have a thing at E3, but no other EA stuff has until the week after.
In fact, it would be at Xbox, right? Because they have EA Game Pass shit.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
They have the world
If that came up on
exclusive.
Game Pass like at launch, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, that would be crazy. I think it might do. But let's move on. Capcom, that rhymed. What do you think Capcom would announce? I put new Mega Man, but I doubt that would happen.
New Street Fighter is been rumoured for ages now.
Okay, I don't want to spoil this one, but don't we already know everything what's coming for Capcom?
Yeah, didn't they have a massive leak?
They had a massive leak, yeah. Cause
did they?
This is a bit off topic actually, but I will quickly say, because of this leak, apparently it's been found that they've used copyrighted material in some of their games. Like Resident Evil 4 has some like textures robbed from this woman's book or something. And there's another one as well. Resident Evil 8, the newest one, it's had like a monster design, looks really similar to this other.
Well, that was just a side by side. I don't think that was to do with the leak.
Okay.
That was,
I know the woman has sued them for it.
Yeah, she's got a leg to stand on. Like the Ben's just disconnected.
That's fine. Just carry on.
I guess you could cut this out. Hello?
I'm not cutting
sorry.
shit.
Sorry,
Okay.
it was my classic Discord.
So the propeller guy is similar, but it's different enough that they won't get sued, and they could just say, "Oh, it was a homage." But
I suppose so.
So what it is, that woman, she sold things as textures. So it's like a bunch of CDs that are like concrete textures or wood textures and stuff. And basically, Capcom didn't actually get the rights to the CD. I think they just pirated it or whatever. So all on the Resident Evil 4 logo, it's kind of that weird concrete smashed thing.
Yeah.
That's stolen from I could say stolen, I guess, because it's pirated from this CD. And I don't really know how someone must have like coined them onto it or something, because like
So it's a very old book, isn't it?
yeah, and it's a CD and it's a CD that you buy, and then you have the rights to use all of those stock images. It's basically an stock image thing. but they didn't get the rights to. And they've gone through like every single like Resident Evil game, and they've found like 90 uses of these images. So she's suing for like 12 million or something. And maybe I don't know, because they could argue like a loss of profits thing, or like I don't really know. I'm not a lawyer.
It's probably just a texture that they've put into their databases. We can use this texture, so people just grab it and go, yeah, we can use it.
Yeah. I heard that it's possibly they outsourced it to like a third party or something, and then the third party like referenced them this texture and then like they didn't pay for it, but they must have thought like it was public domain or something. So I don't know. It's a bit weird. Yeah, but for Capcom, sorry to get back to the matter at hand. They've already announced it, but I really want to see more of. I want to. Well, I guess we know what it is already, but I'd like to see more of the great Ace Attorney Chronicles.
That's the main one for me.
Just another Ace Attorney game, maybe as well. That'd be brilliant. Yeah. And announce a physical edition for Europe, please. That'd be lovely.
Yeah, that's pretty much. They're probably going to talk about exits and stuff. They're probably going to do some DLC for 8 or something like they did for 7. Resident Evil 8.
They've had a pretty big year actually with Monster Hunter, Resident Evil, and yeah, I suppose the only one missing is Mega Man.
Yeah, I want them to do a second Dragon's Dogma game. They're not going to do it. They should.
That's gonna be one of those weird RPGs you get on the video game music quiz, isn't it, Tim?
I don't think Dragon's Dogma has ever come up on the. Don't think that's ever come up on the music quiz. You should play it, Ben. It's on Switch. There's no excuse.
Is it okay? Oh no, Dragon's Dogma. You have recommended me that actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you think, Joe, for Capcom?
Give me a Street Fighter 6, but don't make it bad. Make it good this time. That would be my sort of advice to them.
Make a Marvel vs. Capcom.
Marvel vs. Capcom would be incredible, but I just don't think.
How long ago was Infinite?
Likely. What's that?
How long ago was Infinite?
4 years ago, I think. It's like 2017.
Yeah.
Was it that long ago?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
We've been in code, remember? It makes time go quicker.
Yeah, true, yeah.
I know, it's hard. It's just hard because I'm like, Capcom have had such a winning streak, but they've been on that winning streak for a while. And Street Fighter 5 is still a bit clunky in my opinion. It's got better, like, mechanically, but there's still just a lot of things I just don't like about it. And maybe a new engine would be the answer to that.
I think a new engine, like a new game, and I also hope that this time they don't have the same business practice as they did with Street Fighter 5, where like it felt like 60% of the game came later.
Well, that was probably just because they just didn't finish it because that was in like Capcom's like completely incompetent years before.
Yeah, exactly.
They just sort of got their shit together, I guess.
I find it
shocking.
shocking.
Was during the episodic model. Yeah, sorry.
I find it shocking that Street Fighter 5 isn't like gone down in gaming history as one of the worst launches of any game. I'm shocked it's like
bad. Yeah,
it's really terrible. It was unplayable.
We all that was my first time. I was like, we're gonna get all of the Defense Smash Brothers guys. We're gonna get them all on Street Fighter 5, and Tim and Marcus went on this journey with me, and I don't blame them for never playing a Street Fighter game again after that launch. Me and Tim tried playing a match. We're like, let's play some Street Fighter, Tim. He said, yeah, Joe, it'll be a lot of fun. Surely nothing bad will happen. And then the game started and like, I was teleporting. He was like up here. And I was like, oh no, something's gone horribly wrong.
And it was
did it not even have rollback?
Well, it has rollback, but it doesn't have, I don't know the full technical spec out of it, but it doesn't have any, most rollbacks have 1 frame delay. So they have a frame to be like, figure out what's going on, but Street Fighter 5 doesn't have that. So, like, with, say, Rivals of Aether, if it's laggy and you move forward, the game will take a frame to be like, wait, where's this character? Oh, he's here. And you don't really see it because it's all... But Street Fighter doesn't have that, so you hold forward, and let's say you hold forward and then jump. Your character will run forward, then the game corrects itself. It's like, oh, he's actually jumping. So the character will run forward and then just appear in the air. Because it's like, oh, he was actually jumping.
Defeats the point of robot then, really.
Yeah, so if you have good connection, it's not too bad. It's a little clunky still, but like me and Tim were playing it, and like it was just like you just couldn't. You would punch someone and you'd hear the hit sound effect, and then you would go to do like follow up the combo, but he was actually blocking. It was loads of weird stuff like that. It was just fucked.
And on PC, it didn't know how to pick up graphics cards. It would just
Yeah.
use integrated graphics. It would just skip any graphics card, and yet you had to go not into the settings of Street Fighter 5. You had to go into the settings of your computer, like really in depth, to actually get the game to be playable because it's just broken. And this was the
I'll be lost with that.
And there was also the video at launch of a literal baby beating the story mode to Street Fighter 5. Yeah, it was just like a dad put the fight stick to the baby and just slapped the buttons, and it beat it pretty easily.
Because the AI in that game, it was the hardest difficulty as well. The AI just sort of like walks back and forward and occasionally punches in that game. There's no like,
I was going to say that this is how bad that is, because recently, I posted it on Twitter actually, so I think you guys have seen already, but me and a friend ended up doing Mount Battle in Pokemon Coliseum, and his 3-year-old daughter wanted to go, so we let her have a go on it. But even then, like, we were getting to the end of it, and obviously she's just mashing buttons because it's on a menu, but like we were like, oh shit, like we're gonna lose this. So we even had to like tell her, go left, go right, or what have you. So like she would do it on the stick eventually. But I was thinking, Christ, this is a menu game, and we're having to like think about it instead of just like mashing the button. That's a fighting game, so it should take more effort, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess that's Capcom.
Yeah.
Yes, Capcom. I got a pretty boring one now. I'm not really into it. Gearbox. Anyone?
They've got a new game that got leaked, and it's got a name that's sort of fantasy-ish. I can't even remember what it is. They might be making a fantasy game. It's pretty cool.
Anyone else have anything about Gearbox?
Luke, you look like you've aged 60 years.
Well, all I've got written down is Randy Pitchford comes and says some bullshit.
He's gonna show his porn collection again.
I was gonna say that.
Wait, what?
Someone found his memory stick and it just had like.
It was called barely legal magician porn, and it was just on a memory stick that he had at work.
That's so fucking specific.
It was research for Borderlands.
I don't know why someone went into his office and like stole his memory stick.
I don't know. I think he might have left it behind. I don't know what, but it was definitely his incompetence that this ended up in someone else's hand. The thing is, he left it in his office.
He left it in his office, and like a couple of employees walked in and was like, "Hey, we've got to look at this."
But that definitely means he was watching porn in his office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe he purposely left it at work. Maybe he wanted a WAP. A WAP is a wank on pay, by the way.
Okay.
Now
I thought he said WAP like a Cardi B wet ass pussy song.
No, it's a WAP.
It's a WAP.
It's like a SOP, like shit on pay.
I'll add it to my lexicon.
Have you guys ever seen that video of Randy Pitchford just showing off his mansion while getting his kid to play on the original NVIDIA Shield?
What?
No.
It's just a great video.
Check that out.
It's like a promo for it was the clamshell NVIDIA Shield, I think.
Right.
But he integrated it into his just showing off his mansion.
I'll just quickly say that I only have one experience with Gearbox, and that's literally just buying the Risk of Rain double pack that they published. I mean, it's not made by Gearbox, but it's a good game. I get a bit tired of roguelikes, but those are good games.
Duke Nukem Forever 2.
New Risk of Rain. You heard it here first.
From Fat B himself.
And then they're going to make Aliens, Colonial Marines 2, and Duke Nukem 2. And make them good this time.
Oh no.
Make it worse. Make it intentionally bad.
Let's move. Yeah. People will still buy them. I got Take-Two. Does anyone know anything about Take-Two? You got any rumours?
They do GTA, don't they?
No.
They do.
They was Rockstar, right?
They publish GTA.
Oh.
Yeah, I think Take-Two own Rockstar.
They make the basketball games too, don't they? Like 2K13 or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I've put sports games, and I said no Rockstar, but they will show GTA 5 on next gen. And then I put new BioShock? Question mark?
Question mark? I don't.
By question mark, I mean it's fact.
I doubt
it's going to happen.
Is BioShock done? Like I haven't played the games. Isn't it done? Like it's
the original creator left, I think, to work on mobile games.
And people.
Right. Hey, there you go then. Maybe a BioShock mobile game.
People are iffy on Infinite, so they might. Maybe they'll bring it back, do something. Yeah.
I thought people liked him.
Joe, what do you think?
Oh,
he left.
He's gone.
He's gone. He was like, no Street Fighter.
I don't like Take-Two. Where's
I
I just
GTA
realised
6?
why are all the games with Infinite in them bad? Like you've got Capcom versus Marvel versus Capcom Infinite. You got what's the one I just
BioShock
said?
Infinite was good.
BioShock Infinite. Yeah, Tim just said people were iffy on it.
People were.
Well, the gameplay's good. Story's okay. It gets a bit whack at the end though.
All I'm saying is Halo Infinite
so
is not
Oh
a good
no!
time.
Oh yeah, it's because they
It's got
can't
the
live up
curse.
to the name. As soon as you put Infinite on it, like, oh, what's the content going to be? It's going to be Infinite. How good is it
Yeah.
going to be? It's going to be infinitely good. You can't live up to that.
I
Yeah,
think
that's right.
Yeah, I think Take-Two might be one of those where they have like 4 game announcements, but it's just filled with shit in between.
Yeah.
Probably like, we've got a
Yeah.
special skin.
It's
Now
gonna
you
be
can play as
NBA.
Luke in
Yeah.
the
What if they
NBA.
do? What if they do
They'll be
Bully
able to
2
sweat
though?
more.
No Rockstar, Tim.
Bully- But that's Rockstar. I said no Rockstar. Rockstar's not going to come out. I mean, I don't know this for a fact, but
Ah,
I
they-
put
what
it
if they
down. I
do,
wrote it
and
down
they-
in my own handwriting.
What if they say no Rockstar and then suddenly they go, actually, we have one thing from Rockstar and it's Jimmy Hopkins comes up and he's like, I'm in a fucking game. He's in Smash.
He actually comes up on stage.
The real.
Played by Keanu
I-
Reeves.
I assume Joe doesn't care about Take-Two, sorry, or Gearbox, in fact. And so we're going to move on to Bandai Namco.
Oh, he's in for this one. He likes Namco.
He's
He
back.
does like Bandai Namco. He loves Pac-Man. He loves
Wait,
Pac-Man.
what's going on?
Joe, what do you
Bandai
think of
Namco.
Pac-Man?
I thought you were talking about Take-Two. I was like, oh, fucking hell. I'm going.
yeah, we got that.
What about Bandai? What you got any
Bandai
suggestions on
Namco,
what they're gonna-
Namco. They might come up with a Dragon Ball game that'll look stupid.
More
Make a stupid
Tekken.
Dragon Ball game? That's unheard of.
They could just make like a million Dragon Ball Fighters games forever, but instead they're like, no, let's go back to the weird 3D thing.
Arena
where
Fighter.
where you go as Goku and, he throws balls at people or whatever.
Right. You chat shit, but I like those games. They're
Well,
fun.
I'm not talking about Budokai, I'm talking about, have you seen Dragon Ball Kakarot?
Oh, no, I haven't played that.
This is like a single player game where like you sort of walk around as Goku and it's stupid.
Is it like Xenoverse that came out? Have you
Yeah,
seen that
yeah.
one? Yeah. Okay.
Xenoverse at least has like 3 billion characters in it, so
Yeah, it was. Oh my god, I remember because I think it was one of the first games to come out on Switch, and to buy the normal game is like £60. It was like the same as Breath of the Wild. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I don't think they even had all the stuff either. So
What did Namco do? Tekken?
Yep.
I guess they probably wouldn't come out with a new Tekken, right?
Nah.
Still.
They might do a
Seven.
new season pass.
I did have a
That'd
question about that actually. Did they? So I'm because it's like the fighting game practice. I know now, but did Tekken 7? Was it released to like Street Fighter 5? Like 60% of the game was downloadable.
No. Tekken was pretty much a full game at release, and then
Oh, lovely.
I bought Tekken
it-
7
it-
on release and I was pretty damn pleased.
it's had a lot of DLC since then. And the only problem I will say is that it hasn't been, until recently, I'd say there hasn't been a pretty good, solid collection of all the DLC. Because even now,
Right.
I got Tekken 7 recently, and Tim been playing it a wee bit. And I think I've got like the game and 3 of the season passes or something like that, and it cost me like 20 something quid.
Fucking hell.
And considering it's like a 6-year-old game or something like that.
Reminds me of trying to buy Fire Emblem Fates all over again. It's like,
Yeah,
which one do I buy?
But the DLC is really good. There's a lot of characters in it, and the game is really just absolutely solid. I wouldn't. So I think Tim's got the base game, and you got what, like 3 DLC characters or so?
Yeah, I got. I think I only got 2. I got Negan and whatever. Lay. I
Is
think.
Negan from Walking Dead?
The weird drunk guy. Yeah, he is. Yeah, it's just
Okay.
it's literally Negan from The Walking Dead,
Okay.
which kind of makes it an easier pill to swallow when you're like, the DLC's expensive, but then it's also like Noctis from Final Fantasy and Negan from Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Wait, Noctis is in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he
I've
does
got
the
him.
same stuff. He like teleports around and like spawns weapons.
Is that the game that they put the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in?
No, that's Injustice.
Oh, right, okay. Alright.
That's the Mortal Kombat guys.
NetherRealm. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, oh, yeah, no. Yeah, you're right, sorry.
Which Injustice is fun. It's just the NetherRealm games are a little bit wonky.
Yeah,
just in terms of playing, but Tekken is like just I don't know what it is with Tekken. It's just really like solid. You're never really like, this is silly. This is a stupid thing. Apart from Akuma, he's a little bit silly because they just took Street Fighter and put it in Tekken. It's a bit weird, but the rest of them are really fun. And yeah, recommend Tekken 7 for anyone.
All right, let's pick
More
it
on
up
Namco.
today.
Pac-Man World 4.
Pac-Man World 4?
No, they're never going to do that.
World 4?
I wanted
World, as in the 3D game. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, Ben.
I know they announced Tales of Arise, I think, a while ago. Apparently, I mean, I haven't really looked at the game too much because it's not coming to the system that I own, as far as I know. But it looks amazing. I just wish they'd announce a watered-down phone port for the Switch, please. Because I'd pay it. I'd buy 50 quid worth of a game for that.
What else did Namco...
I'll talk to my contacts.
Thanks. But no, yeah, I'd like that. Apart from that, I don't really know what else. Bandai are weird. They just publish weird games.
I got one they probably will show. From Software's Elden Ring.
Oh, yeah, they're Namco. They might show it.
Wait,
they might just
Namco own them? Fucking hell, okay.
I don't know if they own... I don't know if they own them, but they publish it.
Okay, fucking hell. Yeah, Elden Ring. That's like a big...
I'll
I'll be honest. I hadn't heard of the game before, I think it was last year's Game Awards. And I think I said something like... I think I asked you guys, like, oh, you know, no one's probably going to care about Elden Ring, are they? And you were like, wait, hang on.
Oh, wait, yeah, I remember that, because it was the most
anticipated game.
Yeah, and it was like, they said, Elden Ring, and I was like, yeah, it's obviously Elden Ring. And you were like, what? I've never heard of it.
Yeah. That's a good impression, actually. I probably did do that.
So let's move away from Bandai, and I've got two ones here that we're going to skim right past because does anyone care about Warner Brothers? Because I was researching, I was like, oh, Warner Brothers, I know what they make. They're making a new Harry Potter game. They're making 2 Batman games. One of them Suicide Squad, one of them Batman. And then I found out they're only going to talk about Back 4 Blood, which is the
Left 4 Dead.
Thing. Does anyone else know anything Warner Brothers is doing?
They're doing another Lego game.
Are they?
There might be. I mean,
I think they're always
probably
working on Lego games.
Yeah, they're always doing Lego games.
Alright, what's it going to be? What's the next Lego game? Give me one option.
Fast
and Furious.
Oh.
Lego Tenet.
Oh, that'd be sick, actually.
Lego Tenet?
Lego Fast and Furious.
Yeah. They'd have a really big Lego figure for The Rock. They'd have to get like a new figure style.
Right, can I just ask, have any of you guys heard of the Peck Pop of Love?
No.
Okay. I thought it was just me. My boss at work was talking about The Rock, and he said it's in one of his comedy films that he does, and like he just puts up his pecs and he starts like popping. I can't fucking do the peck pop of love, but he starts like pecking him, and this guy's like, "What the hell are you doing?" He's like, "It's the peck pop of love. The ladies love it." And I was like, "The peck pop of love." I'm remembering that one.
The way you explained it, I thought you meant like he got his pecs out and then sort of like bashed someone else's pecs. So
No, he was just like, you know when the people like when they
they make their muscles
just, like,
bounce.
pop the pecs. Yeah, it was like that. Apparently, it's the peck pop of love. So.
Joe,
But yeah, Lego Fast and
got
Furious. That's me.
a Lego game. A movie. There's going to be a next Lego game. Here we go. Is it going to be
Lego FIFA? I think that'll be a new market.
I'm going to go with Lego Daddy Daycare. Let's move on to Deep Silver. Same shit as Warner Brothers because
Mighty Number 9
2. They said Mighty Number 9 2. Oh, they could do.
What, Deep Silver published that?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I got on my list. I was researching them, and they said no Dead Island 2, no Saints Row, no Metro, no Time Splitters.
What the hell? What else do they have?
I don't know. So Mighty Number 9
It must be Mighty Number 9. It's the only other game. Why have they said that?
How could we think of all these other good games when Mighty Number 9 2?
I think they did a few. I think they published a few, or at least a couple kickstarted games. Like I think
Deep Silver's actually quite cool.
I'm not sure what else they did.
I do find it funny how like just the comparison of some companies like Deep Silver comes out and goes, "We're not talking about this. We're not talking about this." Whereas like you have like Nintendo, like halfway through the presentation, Thingy pops up and we're like, "Oh yeah, Zelda," and he goes, "There's no Zelda," and then we move on.
Yeah. So Deep Silver, get out of here. Now we get onto the juicy ones. There is a Xbox / Bethesda showcase.
Oh yeah,
what do we think?
Now. Todd Howard's gonna come out.
Todd.
And announce that they're splitting up again. He's gonna come out and.
They
He shit himself and go, and that's how it's done. And then the fucking someone would scream. Yeah, Tom!
Bethesda has Starfield.
They do. I put Starfield and I said it's going to be exclusive to
That's
Game Pass devices.
That's a made-up game. I'm afraid it's fake.
It might be fake. There's nothing known about it at all except for Bethesda making Space Game using their the sequel to their creation engine or whatever it's called.
It's fake.
There's a logo for it.
I will say,
So-
do you think Microsoft has
You've got a logo.
got their hands involved with that, or do you reckon they've just bought Bethesda and gone, "Yep, you seem to be doing good at what you're doing. Off you go." Or do you reckon they're
well, I
like,
think that
"No,
the
you've been
only-
fucking up."
No, I think that they'll let Bethesda do their thing, but they'll handle distribution. So that's why I think it's
Right.
going to be exclusive to Game
I
Pass
think
devices.
Bethesda fucked up before like 76, but I think it's still sold well because people thought it was a
Fallout
all I
4
get.
is a bit.
Well, Fallout 76 actually
Alright,
sold
alright.
massively below expectations.
Oh really?
It still sold well, but it got massive returns. And
It's sold 76.
Is that from all the microtransactions, like the £100 a month?
Wait, never mind
So-
that. The game doesn't work flat out.
I know,
Yeah.
I know.
Let alone the DLC.
I think, because it's been a while since 76, and there was, I'm not sure how true it is, but people say, like, 76 was actually made by B Team as opposed to the main squad. So,
But
who knows?
Elder
Maybe
Scrolls had an online game, and that was okay, wasn't it?
that's
Yeah,
an
that was
entirely,
made
that's a
by-
third studio. That's not made by Bethesda,
Oh.
that's made by ZeniMax Online.
Oh, I see.
The thing is, people
And they
have
didn't
said
use
that
the creation kit. Did they?
Yeah.
because because Microsoft have got Bethesda and Obsidian now. People are like speculating whether Obsidian will be able to make games for Bethesda properties again. Like, 'cause they made Fallout New Vegas, and apparently that's like the best one.
Yeah, it's,
So-
yeah, it's
But-
great.
I think they're not going to do that because they've already made bank on Outer Worlds.
Oh yeah, I
And
suppose so. Yeah.
I think they've got their own thing going on. They've announced Obsidian has announced a fantasy role-playing game in the vein. Well, it might be like Skyrim sort of thing.
Yeah, it's in first person, and it's an additional game, and they already had a fantasy series going on with their Pillars of Eternity games, and they're now making a first person one with a silly name, I can't remember it. So it's basically in direct competition to Skyrim.
This is what I was gonna say, because they're all under the same umbrella now. They're gonna show like Elder Scrolls 6, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, Elder Scrolls!" And then like after that trailer goes, the next game that pops up is Obsidian's Elder
Yeah.
Scrolls 6.
I reckon the main thing though is Microsoft is still going to give way more money to Bethesda. I think they're going to keep Obsidian as the lower budget games. Maybe they can get them out more often and for a lower price.
But, Starfield is coming out before the next Elder Scrolls.
Yeah,
So-
it is. Yeah.
So if Obsidian are working on their fantasy game, that will come out way before the new Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, Elder Scrolls
It'd be good
6
to have
is
some
going to be
competition.
years off.
Yeah. Okay, I've put down Halo, and Minecraft is now on ... So that's what's going to happen. Anyone
Hey.
else?
I will say, I will agree with you on Minecraft, not for being on a new system, but because apparently they've got like a big new update coming, so they might showcase that.
That's
Another
already
one?
out.
Oh, the
Is
cave
that
one.
the
Yeah.
cave one?
Part
that's
one
out already, is it?
Part 1 of that is out. The part 2.
Part 1 of an update.
Yeah, they did that for a few times on their updates. I think they did that for the Ocean update. They split that into parts. But yeah, part 1 is out, I think today, as we're recording
Part 1,
this.
ponds. Part 2, lakes. Part 3, ocean.
Whoa.
The most annoying thing is I can't find any solid information yet, at least from Mojang, about how much is actually in part 1. It seems like all the basic stuff, like mobs and a few new blocks is there, but any of the new biome generation, I don't think they've actually said if it's in it. It probably
So
isn't.
you've been playing a bit of Minecraft, Joe. Have you not noticed anything new?
Horses don't take full damage anymore. Notice that.
What?
Nice!
But if you listen to Tim, like I did, you would know that he said the update comes out today. So
Oh, sorry.
obviously,
Yeah.
I didn't see any of
Sorry.
the ocean stuff.
I heard part 1, part 2, and my gamer rage kicked off. I was
You
like,
stopped listening to
I
Tim.
I think Bill Microsoft's going to come on stage and say, new update for Minecraft. If horses fall, they don't take full damage. And everyone will go, Whoa!
They're gonna show that. What's it called? What's that shit game coming out? Halo Infinite. They're gonna show that, and everyone's gonna be like surprised that it looks fucking terrible.
I think they
They'll be
actually. I've heard they've leaked the presentation script because I saw a little video about it. It was Phil Spencer doing a little showing off what he's gonna say. It says objects I've shoved up my arse.
That's a good video. The guy made that's funny as fuck.
Do you reckon they'll?
What's the video?
It's called what's it called? It's called like
Xbox sucks. I think. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just called Xbox Sucks. I'll post I just had to post a link on the thing, but yeah, it's just a video of Phil Spencer saying he's gonna shove things up his ass.
Nice. Can't wait.
I was gonna say with Halo, do you reckon they'll announce it and then be like, but don't worry, he's still here, and then what's his name? Craig will pop up.
Oh,
yeah, they're gonna do some sort.
Do you reckon
of
they'll keep
joke,
him?
Yeah.
I reckon they'll keep him.
Yeah, he's gonna be a reference. He's gonna be a little
Oh.
Easter egg in the game or something.
Yeah.
They're gonna make something look worse just so it can become a meme that isn't gonna become a meme because it doesn't work like that.
I'm gonna fix it.
I reckon they're gonna be like, look, we're adding more to Master Chief, and it's gonna be more stupid fucking bullshit than all in one.
I was going to say, do you reckon it'll be like they'll also go, and now we're going to add all this to the Master Chief collection?
You know,
so
as long as they
everyone
don't,
can enjoy Infinite.
I've got it toggled off, like all the new visual stuff. Because I jumped on with Denzel at one point. He had like a big shield on his back with like a sword, and his head was on fire and all this shit. I was like, I'm just go away.
Where's this come from?
No, it's just you can turn off all the new, because he's got like this when you. For you, Ben, when you beat on normal or legendary or whatever, you get like a shield, and the higher difficulty is like a shield with a sword and all this shit. And he's got that on his back, and it's just I see it and I'm like, stupid. That's not what Halo 3 looks like.
A big logo. And
Yeah,
then he's got
yeah.
like spiky shoulders that look
Yeah.
like he's in a punk band. It's just weird.
I just hate it. And thank God they added a switch to turn it off, because I just see normal Halo 3. As God intended, as Bungie intended, a good company. I know they made Destiny, which was bad, but whatever. They made Halo 3, which is a good game. 343 have made 0 good games.
The interesting thing about Infinite is that they're trying to go back to the old visual style. They're cutting out. They're making it a lot more colourful. They're cutting out a lot of the just overly done detail and spikes and lights and Forerunner bullshit that they added to the later games. It seems quite basic. People complain about the graphics of Infinite, but stylistically, it's fantastic. It's what you want from Halo. But they haven't quite figured that out for Master Chief Collection, because they keep adding this bullshit. Maybe that's how they're gonna get Infinite to sell well. Is just move everyone onto it by ruining Master Chief Collection.
You know, Halo 3 was very shiny. They should just make Halo Infinite very shiny. You know,
Is that shiny to the point where it's like they almost start looking like plastic?
a little bit, but they look more plasticky in Halo 4 and 5 because, like, just because of how the armor looks, it looks a lot less like.
Don't mesh with the art style.
Yeah, they look like toys. That's a good way to put it. But like the metals in Halo 3, like the visors and stuff, they look quite shiny and stuff.
Yeah.
Halo Infinite looks a bit matty, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. Like, it looks a bit. Doesn't look bad, and I do agree. I like the art style of it.
I think it kind of looks
black.
like Halo 1 Anniversary. Strangely.
Yeah. That makes sense.
I do
I'm
think.
just.
Oh, sorry, Joe.
I think. I just don't really like how the game sort of looks like how it plays, sort of thing. I know a lot of people are excited because it doesn't look like Halo 4 and 5, and I'm like, well, that's half the battle.
one thing.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, they've learned to not make a shit game. Can they make a good game? I don't.
Well, they haven't really shown any gameplay apart from
Yeah,
grappling
they
hooks.
showed him like he's got a grapple hook. He's got some like shit gun. Like, shut up. Turn the game off. That's what I'd do. If I was at E3, I'd just turn the game off. I'd unplug the fucking big screen. And I'd push. What's he called? Phil Spencer. I'd push him over and be like, "I'm in charge now." And then just
put the object up his ass.
I guarantee. Here's my prediction, and hopefully I'm wrong. Because if I'm wrong, that means Halo Infinite will look good. But like, it's gonna come out. It's gonna look a bit shoddy still, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, it's an old build. It's we showed an old build for some reason. It's this chance to show our game. We showed a build from like 6 years ago. Oh yeah, that's normal. Yeah, fuck off." And then everyone's going to be like, "Don't worry guys, it'll get better at launch." And the game will fucking come out, and it will be a bad time for everyone involved. Denzel will try and get me to play it, and I probably will play it with him because it's on Game Pass, and I'll have a bad time. That's what you're going to see at E3. that exact scenario of events.
I don't know if I can follow that up.
They might as well just get Denzel to show off the game. He'll probably do a good job selling it.
Wait, do we think Forza's going to be there? Another Forza?
I don't know when the last. When was
the car that just pops up again?
Just the car, yeah.
They always had. Hopefully, it's a cool car.
They announced a new 911.
New 911.
Because the first one was so successful.
Would it be called 912 or 911 too?
That's all the Porsches. They're all just
decide.
called 911. You thought they would have figured out, oh, wait a second, this now shares name something else, but they just keep calling it 911.
People remember it. I now remember there's a car called 911. All right, let's move on. Microsoft is done. We've said our piece about Microsoft, right? Halo, and then
Fable.
I think the fact we started talking about Halo
Fable,
Infinite and ended with 9/11 is very telling.
No, we didn't end with 9/11. We moved on to Fable. Fable. That's the last thing we talked about. And then now it's Nintendo. Anyone care about Nintendo? Everyone here cares about it. I don't really care.
They might show off new Zelda.
Yeah,
I think they need to. It's been like, what is it? 2 years? 2 years?
Yeah.
Since it got announced? Has it been that long? Holy shit.
They might show off. Well, then they're not going to show off the new Metroid. That's still
no, they won't show the new Metroid. I don't know what they're going to show purely because we had a direct not long ago, and I don't know. Most of that direct was just third party stuff anyway. So
I think I don't, because there's a lot of things going around at the moment about the Switch Pro. And there's a lot of reliable insiders saying it's definitely happening and it's happening soon. But, we've been told that ages and ages and ages, time and time again. But if they are, that would at least give them the reason for why they haven't announced a new game in forever.
That might be true. Yeah, because a lot of them might be Pro enhanced or something.
Yeah, because if they come out saying, "Oh, we got the Switch Pro. Also, check out all these games that use it," and it'll be, just cool stuff, then that will be the best case scenario. But worst case scenario, they're just gonna show off games that no one cares about, and we're kind of in like the late Wii U period where they're just given up, wait for the new hardware to come.
I think the only thing that's a given is Zelda, but I do hope that I say this quite reluctantly because I would love to see a new Xenoblade game, either 3 or X2.
Yeah.
But I know if they announce it now, it's probably not going to come for like another 2 years. So.
Yeah, but surely you'd want that initial,
Got to know it's coming.
Yeah.
I would want it. I would want a trailer, but I don't want a. If the deal is I see a logo, then no, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see logos. I hate these trailers.
Oh, you want an
logo.
actual trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I want an actual trailer. Don't get me wrong. I think it's just because I was scared by the original Xenoblade X's announcement because that got announced like 2012. I didn't come out until 2015. At the end of 2015, it was too long of a wait.
The interesting about Xenoblade X is that's my favorite game, like out of any of them. And I never watched any of the trailers before it came out. I played Xenoblade and I liked it, but I never watched a single bit of gameplay, never saw a second of any trailers, because I was like, I don't want to know anything about it.
The funny thing about the trailer is, and it's good for you didn't watch it then, Tim, to be honest, because the first trailer was great. It's a great trailer, but the song that plays is the final boss theme.
Yeah, it's true.
I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Good song, though.
Xenoblade X2 is coming out.
Is it?
What?
Tomorrow?
Oh.
The Minecraft update, the horses, they're no fall damage.
The scales get no fall damage.
Smash DLC.
I was going to say, there'll be a new Smash character, yeah.
So, Galaxy Crash, who's this fucking guy in one of the servers we're in, was saying something about, like, they always show 2 DLC characters at every E3 they've been at, or some shit like that. I don't know.
They won't show 2.
What show?
Well, they've only got 2 left, and I think they want to make the
last one.
I think they want to make it carry on throughout the end of the year. So I reckon it'll be like one coming out in the next month, maybe, and then the next one will be announced sometime in autumn.
So who do you want to see in Smash, and why is it Master Chief?
Master Chief be cool. The only thing that I can guarantee,
because I want.
The only thing I can guarantee is that the last character will be shit because they always end on a low note.
Yeah.
Who was the last character in Oh, it was Bayonetta. Bayonetta's a good character though.
Bayonetta is kind of cool, but the last base game character was the fire cat. What's his name?
Incineroar. Yeah.
The last season pass 1 character was Byleth. It's going to be a bad character.
Technically, the last character was the last character announced to Smash 4 Bayonetta, or was it Corin?
No, it was Bayonetta. It was Bayonetta. Yeah. Because I remember as well because I saw it and I thought, I mean, you freaked out, Joe, because you voted for it, but I was happy for Bayonetta, but it wasn't like, oh my god, I can't believe it.
But whereas Master Chief, what would be your reaction if it was Master Chief?
I'd love for the Chief to get in. I want him in. There's 3 characters I want in, and Chief is one of them.
Was it Chief, Isaac, and
Crash Bandicoot? Oh no, 4.
Crash is another one that would be. One of the other mascot characters like Rayman, Crash.
Oh, Crash, yeah.
I think that would be more fitting.
I was
going
to say Snake, but he's already in the game.
Yeah.
That would. Again.
When was the last time you played it?
He's thinking of a 6 Melee. He's like, mate, King Dedede, that would be fucking slick.
I've got the Smash Switch, and I don't play it.
I mean, I don't really play it. If I would play it if they added, I would grit my teeth and play a ton of Ultimate if they added Master Chief.
Yeah,
I always say that with loads of stupid characters, but I think Chief would. I wouldn't have an excuse at that point, would I? Like,
it's when a character comes out that you like, because I get the pings. All right, is anyone playing Smash? I'm like, fucking hell, Joe's playing Smash. What's going on?
The only one I didn't really care about was I didn't mind it being added was Myra, or whatever.
Yeah, Pyra/Mythra. Yeah, I knew you weren't bothered about that.
I gave her a little go, and I was like, I just not my sort of character. Really. I like Sephiroth because he was kind of big sword, slow. I didn't play it too much with Steve either. I was like, Steve. It's funny that he's in. I like Minecraft a lot.
Yeah,
but like, I was like,
he's definitely not your character.
He's putting bricks down and stuff. He's not pressing enough. But
I think we played like 2 matches, and you were like, "This is fucking stupid."
It is, mate. I'm so glad. I've been watching a lot of videos of. Have you seen that video? I think Dan retweeted it. Who's one of a Smash friend of ours. Of a Steve player. He played his first tournament offline.
Oh, that was it. Yeah.
And he's spamming the Minecraft.
Where you can react,
and he keeps getting punished for it. And you can see him in the player cam, like. And it's like, yeah, you're offline now. People can fucking react to you because there's not 30 frames of input lag.
I think it was half that and half the. I didn't notice it at the time, but it got counted at not even that far on the left right side of the side of the stage. It was Sephiroth's counter. He got counted at 20%, and he died for it. And I was like, oh, I had to. I thought to her, I was like, yeah, you little shit, you're offline now. And then I went back and watched it, and because people were going 20% though, and I was like, 20%, really? Oh shit, yeah.
Well, maybe he shouldn't do a full screen, super powerful move.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Yeah, he's learned a lesson. He's learned a valuable lesson.
The problem is, I think that for the Smash character, I won't hop on too much longer because I know Luke wants to move on, but I would love it to be, even though I'd want Crash and Isaac over Chief, I think Chief needs to be one of the last characters in it.
Chief is the last ridiculous character they can add.
Yeah. After that, I don't know. I don't think there's any more super iconic gaming characters.
Yeah, but if they're gonna add another Microsoft character, I mean, they already have Banjo and Steve covering Microsoft. They're gonna add another one. It should really be the real Microsoft representative, like the Porsche 911.
Or Phil Spencer.
Phil Spencer himself.
Shit up his ass.
Wait, Luke. Did you want Sora in Smash? Did you?
Sora would be sick, but I don't think.
No, he wouldn't. I'd fucking hate Sora.
What's wrong with Sora?
It would be cool. I mean, I played Smash Flash, and he's in that, and he's got a cool moveset there.
They should have Mickey
Mouse.
Mouse.
But
you would change your mind so quickly as soon as you hear the Kingdom Hearts music in Smash.
Not when you walk away.
And you and I.
I think it's just because I see so many people want Sora, and I have no idea why. From what I've seen, he's a very bland character.
No, he's got loads of cool.
Moveset wise.
Yeah, he's got
no, personality wise, it's just so I think it's because he's like the Avatar character in a Final Fantasy Disney crossover. I'm like, it's not about him; it's about the Disney and Final Fantasy stuff.
Yeah, but what about like Shulk and fucking Hero? Hero's a good one. Fucker's not even got a name.
Yeah, but at least you get 4 of them.
But he's got his own fucking series.
What do you mean? So does Sora. He's in Kingdom
No, he
Hearts.
doesn't. It's a Disney Final Fantasy crossover.
Yeah,
and
but
he just
he's
happens
not-
to be there.
He's not a Final Fantasy character.
With his
or a Disney
Keyblade.
character.
He's a big plot point.
He's a Kingdom. Yeah, he's
everyone's
like the
making
main...
clones of him.
Yeah.
He dies a bit, I think,
no.
in a couple of them, and then comes back to life.
I know, but like the point of the series is the Disney and Final Fantasy stuff. Isn't
No. That's just honestly.
Not now. Obviously, it's
No,
becoming its own thing.
no.
But...
Even in the Disney stuff is there, but honestly, it is just a backdrop to.
Yeah.
It's like we're going to this world, and it just happens to be Aladdin. You know.
He's just really whiny and.
He is. I agree, but he would be fun.
It doesn't make him a bad Smash
Is
character.
he the one who goes? Is he the one who's like, who will I have ice cream with?
Mate, you cannot be
No,
excited for
that's
Roxas. That's Roxas. That's his clone.
Oh, they're all the fucking same.
Roxas
You-
would be
you
nice.
I wish he was
Sora,
in Smash.
Roxas, Demo, they're all the same.
Demo.
You can't get excited for Pyra and Myra and be like, because
Mithra!
they're such good characters, you know. They're definitely not just.
You haven't played
you know,
the fucking game.
You haven't played Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
Thing
No,
is,
but
though,
I know. I've seen enough.
Hook,
I've seen
line,
enough.
and stinker.
I've seen enough.
thing is,
Put Donald in
Sora...
instead.
Yeah, actually, I
Donald-
want like
yeah,
Donald
mate.
or Goofy. That'd be better.
Put Donald in instead.
There's no point arguing this anyway because it's Disney and they're not going to put some.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know.
The only one they could do is a made character like Sora. They couldn't throw in.
And just
character. And that's why it
strip
wouldn't
away
work.
all the Disney stuff. Yeah.
It wouldn't work
But-
because you'd add Sora and then be like, where's the Disney characters? And then they wouldn't be able
Yeah.
to get the Disney characters, so they would, yeah. So more likely Noctis would come in or like Lightning, but who cares about Lightning?
The thing is, I think even if they could put the Disney characters in, if they did put them in, it would just be really strange. Like, and not probably not in a good way. It's kind of like, when it was like, we're not going to add Goku because he's not a video game character, and all of a sudden fucking Goofy's there like.
And they do have Minecraft Steve and Donkey Kong. I think that's kind of strange.
Donkey Kong.
They're
Donkey
video
Kong?
game characters.
But then coexisting, like
Donkey Kong's fucking. He's like the first Nintendo character.
no, but those two together are strange.
Oh, like
Were you not
Donkey Kong and
saying that
Steve.
Dragon Ball and video game characters would be
Mate,
strange?
if they had Goku, I know they won't.
Yeah.
But
No, it's
look,
strange
it'd be
because
fine.
he's
There's
not
no
a video
reason
game
they
character.
can't, right? There's no
Ah,
reason.
yeah.
The only reason Goku's not in is because Sakurai said, I don't want to add Goku. But there's no real rule against it. He could add whoever he
Yeah.
wants.
Yeah,
He could
but
get-
if they're gonna add
He's known to lie as well.
if they're gonna add like non-video game characters though, then they're wasting it if they go for Kingdom Hearts or Dragon Ball. They should add like Darth Vader.
Oh,
The man who betrayed
Vader.
Vader.
Shrek
We're
would
moving away
definitely
from.
be-
How did we get
The
to
thing is-
Smash
right,
for so
can-
long?
Sorry.
I'm
can I
going
just
back.
Are you
can I just-
telling me at E3, if you weren't sitting there on your little desk watching the stream, and then you was like, oh, Smash Reveal, who's it going to be? And it just shows Shrek's swamp and a door, right? And the door kicks down and it starts playing All-Star. You wouldn't be jumping off the walls and screaming. There's no way.
Right, this is the thing, right? Because we say like, oh yeah, it'd be ridiculous. It'd be so funny. Haha, Shrek got 3-0'd or whatever you. But then we said the same thing about Steve. We was like, haha, you got 3-0'd by Minecraft Steve like 2 years ago, and now it's fucking real.
Yeah,
And
but
it's-
Shrek will be
it's
a better
strange.
character. It'll be interesting.
How do we get back on Smash?
Shrek
Move
would be
away.
funny.
Stop. Stop Smash. It's over.
Stop Smash.
They play that shitty Shrek game, Shrekky Super Slam, whatever it's called, right? And that game is fucking tits. But everyone plays it anyway because it's got Shrek in it.
Shrek Super Slam.
Whatever it's called.
Okay. Ben's like top 10 in
I've got a
Shrek.
wiki. I've got a wiki on Shrek Super Slam.
You're on a wiki. You haven't got a wiki just about you, have you? The family
Okay.
wiki.
I've written down Splatoon because we all forgot it, but that's fine. Let's move on. That's actually it. We've done E3.
Is that it,
Konami's
everyone?
not going to be there, but they are hosting something in like 3 months, or like announcing something in 3 months.
Metal Gear 6.
I don't. What?
Metal Gear 6.
Oh, I thought you said Halo 6. Yeah, Metal Gear 6.
It's gonna be a new grab machine that you put a penny in.
Is this Konami?
Yeah, it's
did you
called
say,
Metal
sorry?
Gear Solid 6, but it is just a crane game.
Yeah,
you have to
yeah,
go
yeah.
to the bowling alley to play it.
Yeah.
Here's the thing though. Here's my epic prediction that I wrote down. What they're gonna do is Sony isn't gonna come to E3, but they're going to see all the stuff there, and they're gonna go. They're gonna purchase Square Enix
Oh, they're going to
No.
purchase Square Enix.
or
No.
Konami's IPs. That's what I put down.
Well,
That's going to be
Sony's-
the next news.
The reason Microsoft could buy all these companies is because they're like mega rich. Like they don't even make monies on their consoles. I think it's just kind of a joke thing they do for a laugh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it is.
They,
as well.
they should make money selling Windows to like every single man on the planet.
Yeah.
Like, Sony,
Sony
they
is
just-
like a hundredth of the size of Microsoft.
they sell bad
Sony's got to do
phones,
something now.
decent
They got to do something.
TVs, and they used to sell CDs, and that's it.
Microsoft are doing
I got
what,
a Walkman from Sony.
Microsoft are doing what happens in football now, where a rich owner will come in and then just buy the team, and then he can just buy all the good players, and there you go. And
But Sony's
that's
got to
what
buy
Microsoft done.
someone to keep some of the IPs. So
What if
they're
Microsoft
gonna go
buys
to
Sony?
Konami and buy Metal Gear and what's the whipping game?
The whipping
Not
game,
Contra. You know,
Castlevania.
the whip.
Castlevania.
Castlevania. Yeah.
I
that
reckon
one.
they could buy the rights to a lot of Konami games. But
I think the
gonna
problem
happen.
is that like Sony's already does it well, where they're actually making new IPs and like establishing them really well, whereas Microsoft are just like, wait, we need ones that people already love.
Halo.
So they just bought all these
Yeah.
companies. Yeah.
They had a weird
Yeah.
push. They were
Days
like,
gone.
they bought all these companies, and they were like, we're gonna make new IPs. And it just all never really happened, did it? Like,
No.
they said they were going to make new games
even
and then
before
they didn't.
Bethesda.
Yeah. Sony, they got really something, because I don't really understand why everyone's buying these PS5s. It's got Demon Souls and Ratchet and Clank on it, and I'm not quite sure what else.
Yeah.
Yeah. The people were saying that it's a really good launch, but yeah, they have Demon Souls, which is a remake.
A
Ratchet
good
and Clank,
launch,
which
so we
isn't
can get
out.
one.
Yeah, and then they have Spider-Man, which is on PS4.
Is it?
Yeah. It's on PS4.
Oh.
And Gran Turismo 7 got announced as a PS5 exclusive, but that's going to be on PS4 now.
Well,
As
Yeah, but
well.
Gran Turismo has been in Forza's shadow for about like a decade. I know
Do you
people.
think?
Yeah. No one likes Gran Turismo. Everyone plays Forza.
Yeah. Everyone's talking about Drive Club. That's what they're
Well,
talking
no,
about.
no.
Yeah.
I will say the last Gran Turismo game to come out was a bit weird, so no one played that. And they come out really like weird, like they come out in like 6-year intervals. It's really
Yeah.
really odd. But yeah, I think the reason why they're doing that is because no one could buy PS5. I think they originally were like, yeah, we're gonna make all these PS5 games, and then no one can get one. And they were like, well, we need some money, so they've made it PS4 as well.
Sorry, there's some
Yeah.
sort of dubstep rave happening somewhere.
Cool. Well, that's the ouch.
Oh, yeah, are we going over
Yeah.
after the podcast?
What did you say, Tim?
I was just want to say we're all on webcams at the moment, and I appear to be in an entirely different time zone. I'm in the
I've
pitch
wanted-
black.
I've wanted to point this out for a while now. Yeah, Tim was getting
You've
swallowed
been
up
slowly.
by like,
Yeah.
Resident Evil or something. Mate,
You like my game?
that is scary. That is actually scary when your face was half in the shadow. Like, do it halfway again.
Can you stop smiling, Tim? It's freaking me out.
Yeah, all these audio listeners. Yeah, look at this fucking. All right, I'm calling it here. That's it. We've made our predictions. We've said something about D&D. I'm sure all of those predictions will happen. No Splinter Cell, as we talked about. Anything else to sign off with, Joe?
I'm excited for D&D. I want to talk about it a bit more. That'd be fun. And yeah, that's all I have to say, really.
Where can they find you?
Yeah.
Type in video show Uncle Adams or Uncle Adams review. I should come up. That's really the easiest way to find me.
I just love how like it's not even you. It's just search Uncle Adams. I'll be there.
Super ACJ. I don't know if that comes up. YouTube Super ACJ. Maybe that will do.
Well, how about you, Ben? Where can they find you? What's your home address?
I'm not going to do that because I'll get doxxed. But my YouTube channel is FullBoyV5. As always, I haven't uploaded anything in ages, and it probably will be a while before I upload anything. So stay tuned. Way.
What? Hey. And
Hey.
Tim?
Oh yeah. Send your fat B on Twitter.
I'm being swallowed by the darkness, so just search in the darkness and you might find me.
Ooh. Anywhere it's dark, Tim will be. And you can find me. I changed my Twitter handle. It's now Luke
Zongon.
Me Is. And you can put that into your browser and find me on Twitter. And there's a link to the YouTube there.
I thought it was Luke Mells.
This is... No, it's not Luke Mells.
Luke smells.
But it does look like it, I'll tell you that.
Luke smells.
Oh, wait.
That's true, but that's not what the handle came from. Yeah, it's been a long one today. Let us know if you like the long one. And yeah, catch you on the flip, boys.
I like the long one.
I like your long one.